take it easy on me today. When you pull up your My Labs Plus, you see now that on here you've got these symbols. Now it tells you that you have a test available. It's available today, and the homework ends on this day, and the test ends on this day. So if you ever want to find out about the test, all you got to do is just click on it. If I've got everything turned on, I think I do. Click on it, and it comes up and it tells you everything you want to know about it before you have to take it. Oh, now most of y'all in here are cognitive beings. Y'all got some sense up here, so I'm not going to go through the spiel about fixing to take a test during a lightning storm, because I think y'all know not to do that. But that's why it's got start test. Basically, this screen is like, okay, are you sure you're ready to take this test? That's what this screen means right here. So that hit start. You got 3 attempts. How many questions? 30, and I think 10 of them are what? The bonus questions. So everybody should make a 33 on this test, or 30. If you make below a 30, you don't what? You don't tell anybody, because that means you're an idiot. All right, start test. It tells you when it's due also. Now, it's supposed to, hopefully it doesn't clump all these up, but we'll try to do them. Now, there's going to be some Z-scores on here that I didn't cover, and I'm just going to show you as we do it, so I don't have to go back into the homework and pull up a problem. So if I see one that I haven't shown you, I'll go over it. Okay, all these questions, I don't know if I've shown you this before, but all these questions, they do not come from me. They come from students that have asked these DA questions. What's the grade book for? That's honestly one of the questions I've got. In your grade book, to find, that's supposed to be your final grade after you have completed all your assignments, which should you choose? And that would be overall grade. They don't know how to use grade book. They don't know what overall grade means. And these people procreate. If a student does not complete a homework assignment or a test, what grade will be recorded for that assignment? 0, zilch, nada. I actually had students come to me at the end of the semester and say, why did my grade drop? What are you supposed to tell a student that's got a sign hanging around their neck that says, I'm an idiot? Well, you didn't turn in but half your homework. Well, I made A's on my test. These are questions that I get after the week. I'd say the last 2 weeks to the last week of exams, anywhere in that 3-week area, I get these questions. All right, a set of data items is normally distributed with a mean of 200, blah, blah, blah. Okay, first thing you do, when you see this right here, mean and a standard deviation, what is that telling you to do? It's telling you to draw what? Draw a picture, Hubert. That's right, class. Draw a picture. Remember that curve I told you that you're going to draw all the time? That's what you draw. So get ready to draw it. Go ahead and draw it and put those mean and standard deviation on it, and I'm going to pull it back up when I can get my mouse back. I feel like I got half to 3/4 of a hangover. And any of y'all know what that means. All right, draw a picture. I get feeding hay all the time. So here is your normal curve. And you got 270. What's 270 plus 36? 306. And what's 306 plus 36? 342. And what's 270 minus 36? Thank you. And what's 234 minus 36?
198.
All right. Now they want a z-score. They want to change 378, which is going to be way up here. Now, and the reason I want to show you, and you need to get in the habit of whenever you see this and you see this, then that means probably you're going to draw this somewhere down the line. So you're talking, if this was 0, 1, 2, -1, -2, you're talking about a z-score of above what? 2, probably above 3. Let's see, what would 3 be? 3 standard deviations. What's 36 plus? What's 36 plus 42? 378. Okay. Then that's the third standard deviation. Now, they want to calculate it. It's supposed to be around the third standard deviation. So they want you to calculate it. So put it in the z-score. Z is equal to x minus x bar over standard deviation. Z is equal to 378 minus 270 over 36. And that should come out to be like, I don't know. What does it come out to be? Somebody,
3.
it should be 3, but I don't know. What does it come out to be? Somebody take the calculator out.
It's 3.
It should be 3.0. Now, is the mathematical calculation always going to come out to be this? No. Sometimes, depending on the numbers they give you, it may be near 3, but you need to calculate it because it may come out to be 3.1. You understand? In other words, the calculated may come out to be different from the graphic. So if they tell you to calculate the mean, don't just take for granted the graph looks like 3, because that calculated mean may come up to be 3.1 or 3.05 or something like that. But that's how you do that one. Capiche? All right, so we're going to type in 3, I guess. It says type an integer. Oh. Next question. Thought it had a next button somewhere. I guess it don't.
Down here at the bottom.
Where's up here? Okay. Next one. Frequency table shows the number of daily newspapers in the country between 1950 and 2010. Complete parts A through C. I'm going to look at the frequency table first. All right, there's the frequency table. I'm going to put it in an Excel spreadsheet. Just for presentation purposes, not that you have to do it. And I'm going to just highlight this, and I'm going to see what it looks like when you... So you go here, you go to Insert, and you want to put a line graph. I think it's right in here somewhere. No. There's a line graph. Let's try that one. No. Okay, it's not doing it the way I want it to do it. Why not? Damn Russians. Oh, I don't want it to calculate there. It's pulling, it should calculate that. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, I know why. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I guess that would be 70, wouldn't it? 70 plus 5, let's say 50, no, that'd be 60. Yeah, that's right. And then copy this, Control C, Control V. Now it should. Okay. I'm not doing something right. I don't know why it's not. It's supposed to be. Why is it doing? It's not supposed to be putting. Maybe that's. Hold on. Let's try that. Not really into this today. Okay, it just disappeared. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just do it by hand. Alright, so let's just look at it. Let's just not even worry about the Excel spreadsheet. I don't know why it's acting up or why I'm not. I must be doing something. But I'm trying to get it where y'all see the graph. I guess we're just going to. So at 1950, 775, at 1960, 69, at 1970, so as this thing is increasing, the first three numbers go what? Down. The fourth number goes down. But what happens? It goes down again, then down again. So it looks like to me that you got a steady decrease as the numbers go what? Up. So 1950, 2010, 1950, 2010, 1950, 2010, 1950, 2010. So all of them are numbered correctly, so you don't have that to worry about. Which one shows the decreases? A and D. So you know that these two don't have anything to do with it. Now, it says draw a bar graph if the data are qualitative. Draw a line chart if the data is quantitative. Well, is this quantitative? Number of newspapers? That's quantitative. So quantitative would be whatever it said do. What did it say? The data is quantitative and bar graph if the lines are quantitative line chart. So a line chart would be D. This Mucinex and Benadryl, I don't think it's working too good together. Discuss interesting features of the data revealed by the display. Looks like it's going down. Whatever this is, it ain't good. So which one of those? Somebody read it and tell me which one says it's decreasing. Okay, I'll do it, Hubert. Let's see. It looks like there's a dip at where? 1950, 60, 70, 80. Around 1980 it dips, right? So is there anything that says it dips in 1980? During the 1980s, the numbers decreased. From 1990 to 2000, the number was again fairly constant. I would say D. What do y'all say? Yeah, Hubert, that seems to be logical. Let's see what B says, Hubert. Okay. Starting in the 1980s, the number decreased fairly steadily, a trend that continued through 2010. That might be it. I'd say it's B. What did y'all say? Okay, we got 3 people that said yes. Well, we're improving. Next, the rest of y'all sit there like a bump on the log and say nothing. Why does Hubert not entertain extra points, extra credit, or dropping any grades during the final weeks of the semester? I'll take B, but that's not the answer. Which one is it?
T.
Huh? D is in Delta, yep. That question comes from, I got an 86.5. I'd like to get an A. If you have incomplete assignments, and Hubert, this is the question I was telling you about. If you have incomplete assignments and Hubert puts a 0 in for that grade, what will that 0 do to your grade? Tapioca. Make it better. All right, arrange this data. Y'all can do this. I'll blow it up a little bit for you. Arrange the data. They're going to ask you to do what? A frequency distribution. You know, you ought to be very, very happy that I came to school today because I feel like teetotal crap. You're saying, why don't you stay at home? Because I'll be honest with you, it's easier to come in sick than it is to stay at home at Tri-County Tech. Especially if you got micromanagers above you. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, I hope. All right, write those numbers down. Remember, you got to put them in order. Excel spreadsheet. It's a whole lot easier. Now, this one I would do on an Excel spreadsheet if you have a choice. Because it takes longer to do on a calculator because it just does. Unless you're on a calculator drill team in high school. We talked about relative frequency. Relative frequency is just a what? Percentage. You put the number over the total, which is n. Are you a Dallas fan?
A little bit.
I don't watch NFL, so I don't care. I used to.
We used to. We don't watch it much
I
anymore.
know.
After.
They can go to hell for all I care. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. And you don't protest the thing that gives you the ability to protest. It makes no sense. But snowflakes don't make any sense anyway. They just whine and cry. Because their person got beat. Notice I said person. See, this is the part right here that beats the TI. Well, let me go back down. Hold on. The way this computer's working today, I don't know if it'll probably blow up. There we go. And see, now all you got to do is what? Well, hit that stupid button right there. Now you just have to put in order. I doubt very seriously that anybody in here can do it fast as that. And hit data. At least you don't have to fool with all this stuff up here on the board. Data. And put it in descending order. I don't see how you could beat that. We're going to go ahead and make this a good question. Mean, median, mode, range, mid-range, variance, and standard deviation. Again, if you do all this on every homework problem or every problem that you try, by the time you get to the test, you know how to do everything pretty much. Let's go ahead and look at the classes. 96 to 99. So 96 to 99. 96 to 99. Color them yeller. 92 to 95. 92 to 95. Color them Verde. Oh, 88 to 91. 88 to 91. Blue. 84 to 87. They say orange in Spanish. I know yellow is limon, isn't it? I don't know. Hell, I don't know. Limon. All right, 82, 80 to 83. I think that Benadryl and that Mucinex is really kicking right now. I think that's what's happening. If I pass out and fall on the floor, please don't laugh. Call 911 or something, please. You know, guys, we don't read directions.
Take it.
Yeah, just take it. It ain't gonna kill you. I'll color that gray. No, it's mixed with that blue. Ooh, that's ugly. Well, we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do that. I know, y'all are impressed. 81 to 84, that's 81 to 82, 80 to 83, 76 to 79. And that'll be that, and we'll color those. I'm running out of colors. Dang it, we gotta get a magenta in there somewhere. There we go. There. Now in the first group, we got 3, right? It's not gonna let me do that. There we go. 77, we got 3. 80 to 83, we got 2. 84 to 87, we got 1. We got 1 there. How many green ones we got? 8. And the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Now, of course, if you add them all up, 8 and 2 is 10, 15, 18, 20. Y'all check me. How much you got? Add them up. $20. Now you can do your frequency distribution. 5 over 20 is 0.025. Y'all check me. Or 2.5, sorry. Eight divided by 20 is 40. Huh? I think it's 40, right? I've been doing my decimal wrong in my head. 1 over 20 would be 0.05 or 5. 1 over 20 would be 0.5 over 10, be 0.05, which would be 5. 2 over 20 would be that'd be 10%. 3 over 20 be 3 over 10 be 0.15, be 15. Okay, y'all add those up. Is that 100%? That 2.5 worries me. 5 and 5 is 10, 20, 60, 75. Yeah, we got something wrong. That should be 25, shouldn't it? 25. I have my decimal. There we go. Now check it. 25, 65, 75, 25 is, yeah, that's 100. Now remember, the cumulative is really worthless. You just go here and you put the number 5, and then the next number would be what? 5 plus 8 is what? I have no idea. 13? 14, 15, and 17, and 20. And then you put 20 down here, I think. No, you add them all up. I don't know. I never do the cumulative. I guess you add them all up. 37, I don't know. Somebody add them up. What do you get? $20.17. That's 37, 40, 50, 64, 74, 79, 84. Okay, I'm not going to do the mean. This is a test. I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep on going. Next. What is Hubert's email address and cell number? Which one is it? The only one that's got an email address and a cell number. People miss that one. Determine whether the described are qualitative or quantitative. The area code that you live in. Qualitative or quantitative? Qualitative. Why?
Because it's just like representing where you are.
Because 864 does not mean jack mathematically. Just like your social security number. You have a long A social security number, but it doesn't mean anything mathematically. It might, if you add up and equal to 6, it might mean that you're the Antichrist or something. You know, that's something we could do. We could come up with some kind of scheme that you could add up all your social security numbers, and if you add them up and divide by 6 and add 3, then this means that you're, and put it on the internet and see if it takes off. People are running around like on SpongeBob, running around in circles. No, that's what WYFF does, make people run around in circles. If you look at your overall grade one day, and it has decreased from several days ago, what has happened? I'll take it. No, I'm just kidding. How about C? A 0 has been placed for a missed assignment, or you clicked on the wrong selection. The score of a certain intelligence test are normally distributed with a mean, what does that mean? With a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 13. Draw a picture. Find the 80th percentile of the scores. This is a question I haven't covered yet. And the reason I haven't covered is every year I think Math 120 has this. So Math 120 the other day, we went over this, and they don't even have it. Oh well. And I forget 103. I forget y'all because normally this is taught in the probability section, and we haven't went over probability yet. But in this book, you do go over probability before you go over probability. So draw a picture. All I need is a red Solo cup, and I'd be ready.
Yes, sir.
Red Solo cup. I like Toby Keith. He's about one of the last country music stars I'll even listen to. I'm a real country fan. People say, well, how do you know if you're a real country fan? Well, you walk into a bar and not be scared to get beat up with the person you're with. That's a real country person. Would you walk in a bar with George Strait? Yeah, be worshipped. Would you walk into a bar with Toby Keith? Yep. Walk in a bar with Rascal Flatts? Hell to the no. They might nasal somebody to death. They might do that. I know, I'd walk into a bar with Florida Georgia Line. No, I would not. Especially somebody somewhere else, you know. Some of the places that I've been in my life, I wouldn't walk in there. Would you walk in with Reba McEntire? Yep. I don't even know anybody that sings now, female artists. I don't listen to country, what they call country nowadays. What's it called? Pop country, ain't that what it's called? Sucks. That's why I got XM. I don't know what I'd do without XM. Probably go back to my old, well, what do they have now? Well, you know they stopped selling CDs?
Really?
Best Buy is stopping after the next few months, they're stopping. Well, my stereo, I could play my phone list, on my phone. What's it called? Probably your phone list, or I don't know. I'm just rambling.
Oh, yeah.
100, 113, quit laughing at me. 126. I'm not falling over myself yet, so. 100 minus 13 is what? 87? And 87 minus 13 is what? Say what?
74.
Thank you. So, if you took this test and you scored above a 126, that means you're smart. But if you made it 42, you're not smart. Okay? So, I don't want to say stupid because somebody might get offended. So, now remember me telling you to read it like a fuel gauge? Okay, so where is 50%? Right here, right? That's 50%. Now remember your empirical rule. If that's 50% and this is 34%, then what does this represent right here? What's 50 plus 34? 84, right? 84. So I'm going to take my red marker. If that's 84 right here, I'm going to back up. Well, you can put increments in here. 13 divided by 4, or divided by, I'm trying to think, I want to get 8. No. So 50, 84. I'd like to break it up into 13. Well, 13 would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then back up. Each one of those, maybe 4 right in here. So right in there is probably 0.8000. Now, as I tell students, I usually put 4 digits for an area. When you're doing z-scores, 4 digits means it's telling you as a student, okay, this is an area. Area on the table is in the body of the table. Now, you can do this with your calculator, or you can do it with the table. I'll show you both ways. That means that on the table only gives you the left-hand side. Left-hand side of the mark. Okay? So the table is just going to give you the left-hand side of this mark. Because this is Z 80th percentile is equal to Z-score. Okay? So you look up in your table, pull the table up. Now, I don't know, some of y'all have a book. I don't know if you got a book. Look somewhere in your book and there's a table. It's called a Z-table. It might be cardboard, but I doubt. In this book, there's no telling, probably made out of fabric in this book. Look in this section. What section is this? Does anybody know?
6E.
Is it 6 what?
It's an E or 6. I think it's 6.
I don't know.
C.
C, I don't think we cover E. Go to 6C. They probably got one page in there, nothing but a table.
390.
I'm sorry, what page?
390.
390. There it is. Now, inside, okay, of course, this book doesn't do it like all the other math books because we all are stupid. So you're going to have to find 0.80. It doesn't even do it like it probably has it like this, a percentage of 80. Okay? So look for 80%. Now, let me ask you this. Here's the z-score right here. 0, 1, 2, -1, -2. Now let's use a little bit of common sense. The z-score that I pull out of the table will be 2 things. What are they? What will it be?
Less than 1.
It'll be less than 1. Looks like to me about 0.75. What else will it be? Positive or negative? Positive because it's on the right side. Now that's called common sense checking. If you come out with a table and it says -3, then you know something's what? Wrong. You've read it wrong or something. So somebody find the number that's closest to 80% on the Z table. What is it? Okay, I just hear, I hear gibberish, y'all know. 80.23, well, where's 80? All right, what's closer to 80? $78.81 or $80.23?
$80.23.
Wait, I think 19 cents is closer to 23 cents, is it? But would that be 79? That would be 79, okay. So 80.23 is closer, which is 0.85. So the z-score at 0.8000 is 0.85. Now look on your calculator. Let me pull it up. Oh, come on. And type turn it on first. Second bars. And go down to 3. Hit enter and type in 0.8000. Oh my, we don't have to do it like this book does. I wonder why. I guess because 98% of books use 0.8000. I guess the people at TI are just stupid. All right, hit enter. 0.8416. And I'll take either answer since I've shown you how to do it. Okay? Now, I don't know what they're going to take I don't know what they're going to take on the test. We'll have to see when we grade it. We'll go back. It says round to the nearest whole number. See? So it would be what? 0.85, which would be 85%. It should be, but no, 0.85. How do you round to the nearest whole number? No, you don't.
It depends if you want to, like if you go with this decimal, it'll probably round back down to 84 since it's 0.841.
I'm going to put 0.84. That's what I'm going to put. You can put 0.85. I think you'll be okay with either one of those. I'll take you that either one, depending on what you use. Next question. All right, look at this one. I have no idea what it's asking. The histogram to the right shows times between eruptions of a geyser. 300, which means 299 times between eruptions. Over the histogram, draw a smooth curve that captures the general features. Then classify the distribution according to its number of peaks and symmetry of skewness. I hate when they do this one because this is 6 of one, half dozen the other. So take your that's what it looks like. Now, what is the center? What's between 0 and 100? Well, 110. Well, okay, first of all, this graph is not perfect because what's between 50 and 60? 10. All these are increments of 10, but look between here and here. Okay, so that's not really accurate. There needs to be about 5 spaces down through here, shouldn't there? But anyway, the center would be right in here somewhere. Now, if you just erase this right here, you have a normal distribution right here, but the center is right here. So Now I done got confused because this book called skewed right, where the other book called it skewed left. So, all right. First of all, two peaks. Well, we got one peak and a little peak. We don't have two peaks that are the same. So I wouldn't go with that. Skewed right, moderate variation. One peak, symmetric. Low variation, three peaks. Well, I don't see three peaks. So we can take C and what? No. C and I'm just going to mark. It's hard to draw with a mouse. Sounds like a song. It's hard to draw with a mouse. And now I can't even get it to come back up. I'm going to take C out. And I'm going to take 2 out because I don't see 2 peaks. I see a peak right here. And I see a smaller peak, but that's not a peak if this is a peak. You see what I'm saying? Now, if one was up here, that would be 2 peaks, but not 2 peaks. So it's 1 peak right skewed, 1 peak. Well, first of all, that's not symmetric. So I'm going to go with B. If I was in 120, I'd say I'm 100% right. But with this book, I have no idea. We'll put B and see if I get it wrong at the end. Next. This one says, state whether you would expect the following data to be normally distributed or not. Scores on an easy statistics exam. We'll draw it. Draw a picture of an easy exam. An easy exam . 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's what it would look like. Now, what does your book call that? Not normally distributed. Now, that's the first thing this book has said right. That's not normally distributed. Why? Because everybody makes what? Unless they were down here and they didn't know how to spell mom backwards. Next. What should a student do if something happens and they are out of a class for a while? Like a funeral, a high school event, I have dual enrollment students, a wreck. What should happen? What should happen? No, you wait until after grade turn-in, which is 2 weeks or a week after the last day of exams. That's when you call. Do that at work and see what happens. Identify the sampling method as simple random sample, systematic sampling, convenient sampling, or stratified. A computer randomly selects 700 names from a list of registered voters. Those selected are surveyed to predict blah, blah, blah. What is that? Select 700 names. Of all registered voters. So I would say it's a random sample. Because what does it say right there? What's the key word in front of registered? All. Now if it said some registered voters, then that would change it. But it says all, that means everybody has a what? Chance. So I would say simple. Okay. From the blah, 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 find the standard score and use the table below to find the percentile for a data value 0.8 standard deviations from the mean. 0.8. So that's a positive 0.8. Where is 0.8? I'm looking for it. Here we go, 0.8, 78.81. Oh, wait a minute. 0.8 standard deviations from the mean. Oh, this is one of those, 0.8. The standard score is 0.8. The standard score corresponds to percentile of what? 78.81. Next. A set of data values are normally distributed with a mean of 40 and a standard deviation 9. Draw what? Draw a picture. Give the standard score or z-score and approximate percentile for a data value of 41.35. So this is a question I need to go over because I haven't went over this before. I did it with the 120 class instead of this class. I didn't even need it. Draw a picture. $40, $49, and what? $58. 31. 31 minus 9 is what? 22? Yes or no? Yes. Appreciate the interaction. And 41.35. Now that's 2 digits. 2 digits means this is a what? Well, it's not 4 digits. 2 digits, that means it's a what? Z-score or X. The reason is because what if it was 4 digits, like 0.0005? That would be a percentile or area. If 4 digits, that's an area. Since this is it, it's going to be down here on the scale, either on the Z scale or it's going to be on the X scale. This is X and this is Z. Okay, 41.35. 41. So this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 41 would be right in here, right? We take our handy dandy red marker and we draw an arrow right there and we say 41.35. And that means the table will give us this number. And if we want the right hand side, I'll go ahead and tell you this. The right hand side equals 1 minus the what? Left hand side. No, it's got to be 100 because this book is stupid. 100 minus the left hand side. So, the standard score, so we got to find out what? Standard score and z-score is the same thing, so we got to find z for 41.35 is equal to 41.35 minus 40 over 9. Okay, common sense. It's going to be over what? 2 things. One, is it going to be over 50%? Yes. Your area is going to be over 50% if you're looking for the left-hand side. Okay? 2, it's going to be positive. And 3, it looks like to me it's going to be like 0.1 or 0.2 or something. So, with all that common sense, let's crank it out. So, that's going to equal 1.35 divided by 9. And somebody give me that decimal. 2 places.
0.15.
I'm sorry, what?
0.15.
0.15. There's your z-score. And yes, it's positive. And yes, it's around 0.1 or 0.2. So that checks. Now, there's 2 ways you can find this. Go to your table. And we'll go to the table right here. Since some of y'all don't have a book. Because I told you not to buy one, right? That's what I told everybody, not to buy one. That's what y'all say. He told me not to buy one. And find 0.15. So where is 0.15? Well, we know it's got to be positive, so we got to find a positive. 0.15 is what?
55.9.
Now that's on the left-hand side. 55.96. So I'm going to write in red 55.96. Now, of course, if you were in any other math class with probability and statistics, it would be 0.5596, which is 4 digits. Okay? You might want to write that down if you're thinking about going into 120 with me next semester, because they do everything in this book. Bass Ackers from the 120 book. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of it, because in blue, if 55.96 is on the left-hand side, then over here it's going to be 0.4404, somebody check me, or 44.4% on the right-hand side. Somebody take 100 and minus 55.96. What do you get?
44.04.
I'm sorry, what?
44.04.
Okay, so you need to learn how to do that, because they may ask you, what is the area above 41.35? Now, if you're going to use your calculator, this is what you would do. And I got to remember, because there's two of them, and I always get them mixed up. If you're going to use your calculator, pull up your handy-dandy calculator after you find your mouse. Things I do for y'all. And clear second vars. And I really don't know. I think it's normal CDF. I think. And type in negative infinity, which is going to be negative 99999, comma, which is right above the 7. And what's our z-score? 0.15. Close parentheses. There it is. 0.5596. See? Calculator puts it in 4 digits. 55.96%. Normal CDF, parentheses. Infinity, think of it as 9999. You could put 999, you could put 9999, you could put 999999999 if you want to. It's going to give you the same answer. At least use 3 nines. Don't use 2, because you might get a different answer. But 3, so just put 3 nines and above is infinity. Negative infinity would be negative 99999. Positive infinity would be 999. Let's say we wanted to find the right-hand side. And we would hit second entry, which is second enter. And then I'd go into it and change it. And I'm going to go from 0.15 to what? Huh? Positive 99999. And enter. It should be it should be 0.4404. There it is, 0.4404. That's how you use the right-hand side. Now, how do you find the right-hand side without a calculator? 1 minus the what? 100 minus the left-hand side. Okay, next one. Oh, I got to type it in. The standard score is 0.15. The round to the nearest whole number, so that'd be 56 percentile. Next. When is the last day of class for this semester? Think it's D. This is what gets me. We have 4 tests, right? All these questions are on each test. So that means you've seen this question 4 times by the end of the semester. Will somebody come up and ask me, when's the last day of class? Yes. Remember, these questions come from students, not me. There's 2 that come from me, my phone number and branch of service. When is the week of finals? C. The only one that you can actually pick. Scores on a quantitative portion of exam have a mean of, there you go, draw a picture. Assume the scores are normally distributed. What percentage of students, percent, that means you're trying to find the area. Taking the qualitative blah, blah, blah. Above, score above 597. So draw a picture. $562. 562 plus 140 is what? 602?
702.
702. And 702 plus 140 would be 842.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to have to subtract for me because I suck at subtraction. 562 minus 140 is 422. And 422 minus 140 is 280 something. 282. Go ahead, that's X. Z is -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Now, that takes care of all of this. What percent area, and it's also called probability, but we haven't had probability yet, but don't worry about it. Of students taking the qualitative exam score above 597. So we got to find 597. 597. Okay, what's between, let's see, 60 and 700 is 40. Half of 40 is what? 20. So 20 would be 582 right there. Everybody with me? And that's 20 right there. So 590 would be right in here. Give or take. We want what? 597. So I'm going to say 597. That's not right. Okay. Yeah. 562. That's 140, right? Yeah, 140. So half of 140 is 70. Sorry. 70. 70 plus 562 is what? 630. Right? And half of 70 is 35. 35 plus 562 would be 97. 597. Somebody check me. What's 562 plus 35? Should be 597, I think. Oh my goodness, look there, 597. So again, we know what? What do we know about this number? It's positive, it's above 50%, and it's what? It's going to be what, like 0.1 or 0.2 right in here? So there's three things that tell you if it's going to be right. Okay? So we got to turn it into a z-score. Z sub 597 is equal to 597 minus 562 over 140, which is going to be 35, right? No. I'm sorry, what?
0.25.
Okay, 0.25 is good enough for government work. Okay, 0.25. So 0.25 is right here. So if you got your calculator and you just want to find, now what's above? Now 597, is that the right hand side or is it the left hand side? That's not rhetorical. I'm asking y'all for interaction. What's above 597, the right hand side or the left hand side?
Right.
So that's what we're looking for. If you have your calculator, you would type in normal CDF or whatever, and you would type in from 0.25 to what? 9999. Okay? If you using the table, then you would look for 0.25 in your table. Z is 0.25, and then the table is going to give you the left-hand side, and you take 100 minus the left-hand side, and that's going to be equal to the right-hand side. So somebody look in your table and look for 0.25 and tell me what you get. What's on the table at 0.25? 59.87. Does everybody agree with that? So somebody take 100 in your calculator and minus 59.87 and tell me what you get.
40.13.
40.15%. All right, now somebody take your calculator and do, which one do we do? The second one, normal CDF or PDF? CDF? Type in CDF and do from 0.25 to 999. What do you get? What do you get? 40.13. That's probably going to say round to the nearest whole number, and it does. So 40%. 40% score above 597. Next. And take this out. Okay. That is a negative what? Negative correlation, negative slope. Okay, select the correct answer below. Okay, it's not positive, so take out the weak, negative, weak, positive, take those out. I say it's A. What do y'all think? And this is weight of cars. The higher the weight of car, the less the what? Gas mileage. Heavier cars generally get lower gas mileage. Heavier cars get the same gas mileage. Heavier cars, so it's A. Next. When does the homework terminate? The only answer that's feasible. Which branch did I serve in? D. You might see a difference between, I put United States in front of Marine Corps and I did put it up here, so that kind of gives you the answer. But some people miss it. How is homework quizzes, which are the in-class tests that I don't want to give you, but I have to, test and exam weighed? There's only one possible answer. Which one is it? Why is it A? Because it adds up to 100. Thank you. This is the number one missed bonus question. People put 30, 30, 30. What is a standard score? A z-score. Not one. Okay, the number of standard deviations above, below the mean. Probably that one. Check the other ones and make sure I'm right, but I think that's the answer. Standard data value again within one standard, no. And then x minus x bar. Well, x bar is what? Mean. So that's the only possible answer. Yeah, if you miss this one, I wouldn't what? Tell anybody. If you miss a question on the test and you believe it is correct, what should you do, or what do you do? Call Hubert's office 5 or 6 times. Ask Hubert if he can meet with you after class, or vice versa. Send several emails to Hubert with the last one saying, hello, scream and throw a tantrum. I think it's B. Which one is most done? C. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade? Only one possible answer. No way. Use the normal distribution of IQ scores, which has a mean of 100 and standard deviation of 11, meaning draw a picture. And the following table with the standard scores and percentiles and normal distribution to find the percentage of scores greater, right-hand side, than 111. Go to it. Greater than 111. Oh, I wish y'all were my second class and I was going home after this. $100, 111, 122. What is this one? 78? No, 11 would be what? 89 and 78. That's my x's, my z's, -1, or -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. 111. Well, that's that. Z is equal to 1, but we got to check it. That's Z is equal to 1, but let's check it. And that'd be 111 minus 100 over 11, which is 11 over 11, which is equal to 1. Always check, because like I said, sometimes they give you numbers that will not give you a 1, and you have to use the 1.1 or the 1.2. Okay, so always check that. All right, so they need the right-hand side. So I'm just going to ask somebody to take your calculator and give me from 1 to what? 9999. Now, ask you a quick question. What is this right here? 13 point what? 13.5, and this is 2.5. So somebody tell me what they think the answer is going to be. 16%. What does it come out to be? From 1 to 9999, inverse bars, second normal, whatever I said, CDF. What'd y'all get?
0.16.
What'd you get?
0.16.
Which is?
16.
Yeah, 16%. So type in 16. This one says round to 2 decimal places. This book is so messed up. I'm going to put 16. That ain't good enough for them. To heck with them. Assume that test score is 80 to 20, or 80 and 20. Use the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Use the empirical rule to find the following quantities. All right, knock yourself out. This one you don't even need a calculator, you just need your memory. The empirical rule says 34, 34, 13.5, 13.5, 2.5, and 2.5. Zero, 1, 2, -1, -2. And we got a mean of 80. So that'd be 100 and 120, 60, and 40. They want to know percentage. Let's go ahead and do that. This would be 2.5, 13.5, 34, 34, 13.5, and 2.5. And now all you got to do is just ask what they're asking. What's above 80%? Oh, I'm sorry. What's above the score of 80? Gas tank. What percent is above the middle? Y'all settle down. The percentage of scores greater than 100. 16. The percentage between 40 and 100. 81.5. Thank y'all for the interaction. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? Which one is it? I didn't hear a word you said.
That's the highest.
Takes the highest. Is that it? Now let's see what I made. Where's the submit your grade? I bet you $1 is rounding. What'd I get wrong? I must have added them wrong. I thought
Remember we added all those.
well, doesn't that say total? So stupid. Let's see what question 11 says. Did we not put? Okay, I must have put. I put the z-score. Did I put the z-score? Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. I'm sorry about that. I messed up. And what's the next one? I told you I'd get this one wrong. Yeah, those are 2 peaks. Only one's bigger than the other. Let's see what else I missed. I would take that one. I would take probably all 3 of those questions that missed. I wouldn't even. So make sure you see me. If you think you got one that's a bunch of junk, just see me after class, okay? Y'all have a good day. Make sure y'all take some medicine so you don't get this stuff. Y'all have a good one.